Family, it's been too long. It's been way too long. We are back. If my voice can get it together, but we're back. I appreciate you guys for, rocking with me, tuning in. First thing I want to say is I pray that the Lord has been well to you guys since the last time we have spoke, last time we've chatted. I want to say this was feels like a year ago. Maybe it wasn't a year ago. Maybe I'm just like hallucinating a little bit, but it feels like it's a long time. Let's put it like that. But by the title of this video, I know you guys are like, what? But there's a couple things I want to accomplish. I want to accomplish in this video, the first question, just answering that question straight up: can you sell your soul? Or is it possible for you to sell your soul? Another question that I want to get answered here is, why does the devil want you to do that? Or if it's not true, want you to think that you did that? And then number 3, what does it all mean? Like this whole rationale behind this, because it's a deeper meaning. So please stay tuned to the end, because I'm gonna do my best, Lord willing. Please speak through me, Father, to get everything, make everything come full circle and make everything just make sense. So you guys, we all have a better understanding of what it means to sell your soul, how you can do it, can you not do it, just the whole overall picture of this. So let's get straight into it, man. To start it off, just answer simply and plain: no, you cannot sell your soul. It is impossible. We'll get into the reasons why, but no, you cannot sell your soul. It is impossible. So let's go back to the beginning in order to really answer this question. Let's go back to the beginning of mankind, not the beginning of, what we know of as, heaven and Lucifer and Satan, blah, blah, blah. No, let's go to mankind. Let's go to our history, right? Where we begin. So obviously Adam and Eve in the garden, blah, blah, blah. Most of you guys know this story. If you don't know this story, Adam and Eve in the garden, God creates Adam. Then he sees that, because God is love, right? So love cannot be solo. You guys get what I'm saying? Love cannot be solo. Love is not. Imagine you being love. Like, try to picture yourself as God, being love, and then just being dolo, right? And now humans are not. We're made in the image of God, but we're not God. So God also sees, I want this human to also love, because I've made this human in the image of me. Now they're not me, obviously, but I want them to be in the image of me. So they also cannot love and be loved by themselves. So I'm going to then create Adam a partner, Eve. So boom, boom, boom. Most of you guys know the story, so I'm not going to get into the intricate details of it. But long story short, they're created in the garden. The Lord gives, specifically Adam, gives him just one rule, bro. Rock out, do whatever you want. And this is always how it goes, y'all, as stupid humans. This is how it goes with us. We can, no matter what. It could be at a job, it could be anywhere. Yo, listen, fam, you rock out, do your thing. Just don't do this. If you do this, you out of here. But if you do whatever else you want, just don't do this one thing. And us humans be like, damn, bro, that's a great deal, because that's not even really that important. I don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? Then cue the SpongeBob. A few moments later. Damn, I wonder why bro said don't do that. I really feel like doing that, though. Something is telling me, like, not to do it, but then something is also saying you have to. It's like in order to feel peace, you have to do it, just to see why. So this is human nature. But anyway, long story short, the serpent comes in there, finesses Eve, like, yo, you sure? You sure bro told you the right thing? Because that's, God, you not gonna die? Why would you die if you know what I mean? Why would you die if you bite the it's just an apple. Look, and it look good too. You bugging. What? You ain't never had apple pie? With that one, is gonna do it. If you do it with that one, it's better than McDonald's and Popeyes. Better than all them joints. Yeah. Go ahead and get that. So you feel me? She bite it. Then Damn, man. Now, and then look, and then now as humans, what do? We run away. Oh damn, we you know what I mean? We always think about this thing too. We sin against God and then we run away from him. I'm guilty of it. I'm sure you're guilty of it. We run away from God in shame. But the shame doesn't come from God. The shame comes from the enemy. The enemy is what orchestrated them to even bite the fruit in the first place. And then the enemy is now, he ducks off because, you feel me? He like, yeah, he got a free dub. And then now they're left with shame of the enemy. Like, damn, we did violate, huh? You feel me? Now they understand that they get in there, and then they understand. So, long story short, that's how sin enters the world. That's how sin enters through mankind. What did God say in the beginning? You will die. So, based off of those two things, sin equals death, right? So I want you guys to understand, sin equals death. Sin equals death. Just remember that, because that's going to be a consistent theme. Sin equals death. So now moving on, now we get to just regular old human life, ordinary time, right? Before Christ, ordinary time, boom, boom, boom. When you sin, the Lord was even instructing this stuff to Moses, to everybody, right? Put to death in certain situations, like, you sin, something must die. So what the Lord ended up doing, it's not ideal to just everybody that sins dies, because we would all be dead in literally an instant. So at first what the Lord did was he flooded the earth. That didn't work. Sodom and Gomorrah, get them up out of here. Like, humans are going to be humans, though. We're going to sin regardless. So now how can we be forgiven of these sins if we keep sinning? We're sinners. We need to sacrifice. Sacrifice what? Well, what the Lord did was, you get an unblemished, meaning a pure sacrifice. So back in the day, it was like bulls, it was rams, it was like doves, pigeons, etc., right? Sheep, or lambs rather, you know what I'm saying? Goats, rams, yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying. So sacrificing an animal, right? However, though, the animal sacrifice is not a long-term solution, because an animal, remember, the Lord gave us domain over all the animals. The animals are not equal to humans, because we are higher on the pecking order. You get what I'm saying? So we as humans are not on the same level as the animal, or vice versa. The animal is not on the same level as humans. So their sacrifice doesn't fully equal to a human life. You get what I'm saying? So now what? Now, in order for a human life to be to be forgiven for sin, because God has to punish sin or he's not just. I see this argument all the time. Well, why can't God just forgive sins? Because number one, God is not a finicky human like us. A finicky human, like, our mindset is, oh, God, I'll just forgive y'all of y'all sins. But that's why we're not God, because we're not just. How can you be just? Like, for example, right? Let's say we're completely fair and honest people. Like, there's no finickiness in us. If you steal from the store, or you shoplift, or you do whatever, you have to pay for that. You get what I'm saying? Whether it be some sort of jail time, community service, or a fine, there has to be some discipline based on the law of, that is written. You feel me? We can't just say, we wouldn't be justified. A judge wouldn't be justified, like fully just, to say, yeah, you stole from there, but I'll let you off. You can say it's a nice thing to do, but once again, God is not nice. God is just. God is loving. So he must punish sin. So we have an option here. Whoever sins just dies. That's just. Or something else can die in the human's place, as the Lord did already, but it was short term. because like I said before, the animals are not on the same level as humans, so they're not gonna, it's not gonna cancel out, no matter how unblemished, no matter whatever. So with that being said, how else can he do it? God has to die. Not he has to die, but if he wants all of our sins to be forgiven and also punish sin at the same time, he has to die. Why does he have to die? Because one human is worth one human life. God is worth all human lives, because God is greater than all. Even if all of us humans are like put together like Voltron and we all form together, we still want to equal God. So God has to die. But that leaves a dilemma, because how can God die? He can't. He's God. You cannot kill God. Unless he becomes fully human, fully God. Because that's the only way. Because I had a homie, shout out to him if he's listening, or if he even made it through this video this far. He probably like, yeah, he's saying a bunch of nonsense. But I got a homie who me and him be talking and stuff. He's not a Christian, and he was basically talking about this like, well, no, like if you can't be fully God, fully man, it just doesn't make sense. But it does make sense logically when you think about it from this standpoint. God has to still be 100% God in order for him to equal all the lives of humankind, of mankind, like I just said, right? So he has to be fully God, but he also has to be fully man for him to die. You get what I'm saying? Because the sacrifice has to be paid. So a human, or not even really just a human, but human. So a human has to die for a human life. But that would only equal one human life, unless that one human was also 100% God. Because now that equals the entire human race. So to some people that still might not make sense, but I'm gonna be honest with you, that's literally the best way I can describe it. And it makes 1000% sense to me. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. It makes 1000% sense to me, because once again, human life for a human life, but it's only one and one. But God has to, God equals all life because it's God. But he also has to be human for the sacrifice to be fulfilled, because a human has to die for the human sacrifice for the human sin. So hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, it makes perfect sense to me. If it still doesn't make sense to y'all, then maybe I'm just explaining it bad. But to me, it makes sense. But as I told my homie, I dropped out of college. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. So yeah, hopefully though, it made a little bit more sense. But getting past that, now back to the topic at hand about selling your soul. Once the one and only Lord and Savior Jesus Christ gave his life for me, you, everybody else, think about a transaction. Think about this, right? This how I'll put it. And once again, hopefully this makes sense. Let's take, and by no means am I saying this person is God. Just listen to the analogy or listen to the example, and I'm trying to make it make sense. So take Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk creates Tesla. Creates Tesla, the company, and creates the vehicles, right? So when he creates the vehicle, the Tesla vehicle, he owns the vehicle because he created it, correct? So he has say so on where it goes, where it doesn't go, etc., right? Okay, cool. So now, because he creates the vehicle, he owns it. Now, when you go buy a Tesla, does he own the vehicle? No, because you bought it. How did you buy it? With money. Okay, so now let me ask you this question. You bought the Tesla from Elon Musk, so now it's your vehicle. So Elon Musk can't say, yo man, why are you? I gave you the Tesla when it was a black Tesla. Why you spray paint it green, or why you change the rims on it, or why you can't say that to me, Elon, because it's not your whip anymore. I bought it from you, right? So now you bought the car. Can I sell your vehicle? You have the title to it. It's your vehicle. Can I sell it? The answer is no. I can't sell it because I don't own it. So now we're gonna get to the brass tacks here. God created you, correct? Created me, you, everything, right? So he owns our soul. He owns us. He owns our soul. Sin, because we committed sin, purchased our soul. Right? So I need you guys to follow me. Sin purchased our soul. But who, I guess, now I don't want to say, maybe I don't want to say created sin, but who, I guess I would say who's like the father of sin? Satan. So Satan technically owned the souls of man because he purchased it via the sin, which is what he got Adam and Eve to do in the garden. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say he's so crafty. So he now technically owns the souls of people. Why? Because sin separates us from God. Sin now requires a payment of death. So meaning I own this and they gotta die because sin is death. You get me? You get what I'm saying? And that's also what God, like I said, told Adam in the garden, you will die. And then when the serpent came and said, surely you will not die. So sin equals death. Remember that. So sin purchased you, me, everybody. But the payment for that is death. Jesus said, oh, no, don't pay that. Well, what do you mean? I have to. Stand over there. Let me do it. So now when Jesus dies, which is why the devil is so sick, because when Jesus dies, guess what? He now owns the keys to death and Hades. He died so that we don't have to. And because he died, he paid the cost. And because he paid the cost, he now owns your soul. Like, what did he say? Do not fear those who can kill the body. Do not fear those who can kill the body, but not the soul. But fear the one that can kill the body and the soul in hell. That's him. How? Because he paid the cost. So go back to the Tesla. Boom. Elon Musk created Tesla. He sells you the Tesla. You own it now. Now, somebody else comes along and buys that Tesla from you. It's no longer your car. Nah, but I used to own that car. You sold it though. It don't matter. Jesus paid the cost. So no, you cannot sell your soul because you don't own it. Because Jesus owns it, because he died on the cross for me, you, and everybody. So no, you do not own your soul. So you cannot sell what you do not own legally. You can't do it. So now that begs the question, and I hope you guys can follow me. I hope you guys are really understand what I'm trying to say. Like I said, I'm not the sharpest guy in the book, but yeah, hopefully you guys are like being able to understand what I'm saying here. So now let's get into, well, then why would the devil offer that? Because we hear it a lot in the industry, right? I'm sure you guys have heard selling their soul. I've sold my soul. I haven't sold my soul. Blah 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 blah. You hear this all the time. So why would the devil want you to believe you sold your soul? Number one, simple answer: because he's a liar. And I heard Zachary King say this one time: if the devil tells you good morning, get a second opinion. That's how much of a liar he is. So he wants you to believe you sold your soul because If you think you sold your soul, you're gonna think you're hopeless. It don't matter. I'm already going to hell. I might as well enjoy it. That's what he wants you to think. And now you're easy. You're a chicken. You're a plate. It's over. Sorry for my slang, y'all. I gotta, when these videos, I gotta stop using. I'm trying to stop using my slang, but I feel like it's just me. I don't know. It's just me. Maybe I should be more professional. Lord, please convict me if I need to be. But getting back into it, he wants a free dub. The devil does not want to struggle. He wants a free dub. He does not want to have to. No. That's why it says the enemy prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Think about that parable for a second. A roaring lion seeking who. Bro, lions they're not trying to go after, if you watch any Animal Planet, they're not trying to go after the ones that's going to make them work all that much. They want the easiest dub. Most of the time is what? It's the young calf or you feel me? Like they going after the freebies. They not trying to struggle with y'all. No. So he wants a free dub. What's the freest dub? If you defeat yourself. How do you defeat yourself? With shame and guilt. It's useless anyway, man. God ain't gonna accept me back anyway. I might as well just keep doing what I'm doing. I already know where I'm going. Like, there's no point. That's what he wants. So, tying everything back in together. So yes, he wants you to think that, because if you do that, or if you think that, you're super easy, because there's no resistance anymore. Because now you're just like, hey man, might as well enjoy it. I know where I'm going. I already sold my soul. I might as well enjoy it. But this tells us two things. Number one, like I said before, the devil's a liar, and he wants you to not resist. He doesn't want you, back to the garden example, or the garden, he wants you to run away in shame. He doesn't want you to run to God. He wants you to be like, damn, what have I done? He wants you to run away from God. And that's in our daily lives. When we sin, I know a lot of us feel that shame and that guilt, like, damn, like, why did I do it again? I said I wasn't going to do it no more. Why did I do it again? Or damn, like, I'm trying to work on it, but I fell back. I stumbled. And that's when the devil comes in like, yeah. I don't even know why you tried, man. You know what you're going to do. It's in your DNA. You're never going to change. But guess what? You got to run that back. You got to run that back. Yeah, we not running from nothing. You got to run that back. Run to the Lord. The Lord is your shepherd. Run back to him. Yeah, you feel like you fell. Yeah, you stumble. Yeah, I know. Nah, but you don't understand, bro. I did this, I did that. He paid the cost. Yo, but you don't even understand. I promised the Lord I gave him my word. He paid the cost. Bro, but this is beyond this. I can't come back from this. He paid the cost. He paid it already. It's done. He paid it already. And that guy's saying heated. He's pissed. He's heated. He like, man, he punching the air. He feel me, Cuban Gooding on Bad Boy. I mean, on Boys in the Hood. Punching the air. He's sick. Why? Because guess what? The Lord doesn't need you to be sinless. Absolutely try to be as sinless as possible. But the Lord don't need you to be sinless. The Lord needs you to seek him. The Lord needs you to want to be in a relationship with him. The Lord wants you to, when you're in doubt, when you're in trouble, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling worried, run to him. That's what he wants. And he'll forgive you because he paid the cost already. The pen is lifted. Pen is lifted. You're not too far gone. The devil may make you think that. Nah, I'm too far gone. I ain't going to do that. No. Run to him. You're not too far gone. Because guess what? Every time you stumble and you go to the Lord and you look at the Lord and He's not looking at you the way that you looking at yourself. He's looking at you like the prodigal son that's returned. And for all my women out there, the prodigal daughter, let's say that. You feel me? So he's not looking at you as the way you're looking at yourself with all that shame, the way that the enemy looks at you. No, he's looking at you like, yes, they finally returned. Everybody, bring the best robe. They're back. They are back. And I love them. And I want you guys to make sure that they feel welcome and at home, because they finally returned. He wants you to be in relationship with him, communion with him, because he loves you that much, because he is love. And he won't lie to you. He won't burden you. Take my yoke upon you. Come on, man. I know the rest. Stop playing. Come on. Shout out to Matthew too, by the way. That's my favorite book. You feel? That's my favorite book. I love Matthew, man. I love. My homies be like, "Nah, John, is that John?" Shout out to John. That's a legendary. You feel me? All the Gospels is legendary. The letters from Paul, that is beautiful. Love it. You feel me? I'm talking about New Testament stuff, obviously. Yeah, we love the Old Testament. We always love the Old Testament. But shout out to Matthew, man, because wow, yo, Jesus really makes grown men cry. He makes the toughest, the most meanest, nastiest, whoever, he'll make you cry. So, but yeah. So, what do we answer in this video? Number one, you cannot sell your soul. Number two, the devil wants you to believe that so that you feel hopeless. Number three, you're not too far gone from God. Even if you are somebody, I don't know, maybe you are somebody that has quote unquote made a deal with the devil. Number one, here's the thing. You cannot sell your soul, as we just mentioned. You can only give him your will. And you know what the best thing about you giving him your will is, and not your soul? Come closer. You can take your will back at any time, because it's your will. That's number one. Number two, go to God. Just run to God. Run to God. Stop playing. Y'all just be, I don't know if I should. Run to God. Oh, but I don't. Run to God. Go to God. Seek him. He loves you. I love you. And with that being said, this video is almost 30 minutes. That's what I do for y'all, man. I love y'all, man. That's what I do for y'all. But all jokes aside, thank you for watching. Thank you to the Lord for putting this on my heart to get this video out. And I pray that this at least, impacts somebody in a positive way, touches them, and just really allows you guys to understand from a, different perspective, or just a new perspective on, you're not too far from God. He loves you. He wants to be with you. Just seek him. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open for you. You feel me? Ask and you shall receive. So he's waiting for you. What are you waiting for? Love y'all. It's been your boy. Peace and blessings.